I, 45M, have been running on pure logic for 3 days. The emotional part of my brain has shut down, leaving only a cold, methodical machine. It's for the best. To understand my actions, you need to understand my reality. I own a small logistics consulting firm that, after years of success, has been bleeding money for 18 months. It's the same firm that bought our house, which I paid off completely with an inheritance 3 years ago. I tried to talk to my wife, Jenna, 41F, about the financial trouble. She just waved me off with a placid, "You're Leo. You'll figure it out." She didn't want to hear it. She just wanted the lifestyle to continue. The stress has been immense. 6 months ago, I had a quiet consultation with a bankruptcy lawyer just to know my options. I had the paperwork mostly ready, a break glass in case of emergency file on my laptop. On Wednesday, the glass broke. As I stared at another final demand letter, my phone lit up. It was Jenna. "Jenna, I'm moving in with Zane. You can keep the house for now. Don't make this messy." Zane is her personal trainer, age 30, whose sessions I was paying for. The text didn't hurt. It was just a sterile confirmation. But that one phrase, "for now," she wasn't just leaving. She was planning to have her fun and then come back during the divorce to claim half of my only solvent asset, the house my parents' legacy paid for. A strange calm settled over me. She'd made the decision for me. Me, generous of you. Then I opened the emergency file. Step 1, the house. I called my brother, David. He'd loaned me $75,000 for the business years ago, a debt I was still struggling to repay. "Dave," I said, "I'm paying you back." I explained the situation. I was going to file for bankruptcy. Before I did, I had to settle my legitimate debt to him. I was executing a quitclaim deed, transferring the house. It was a high-risk gamble. A bankruptcy trustee could challenge it as a preferential transfer. But it was my only shot at protecting our family home from the firestorm. David was there in an hour to get notarized. Step 2, the finances. I logged into my business and personal bank accounts, where Jenna was an authorized user on cards with huge limits. I deactivated her access, canceled the gas card, changed the passwords on every shared service, and logged her out of everything. The river of money was cut off at its source. Step 3, the filing. I called the bankruptcy lawyer. It's time. That was Wednesday. It is now Friday evening. The house is legally David's. The bankruptcy petition is filed. About an hour ago, I got a string of texts from Jenna about her cards being declined. Then a missed call from an unknown number, followed by a voicemail. It was Zane. "Leo? This is Zane. Listen, man, I don't know what games you're playing, but you need to fix this." It was really embarrassing. I just sat there. She has no idea. The river has been dry for months, and I just dynamited the dam. Update 1. 1 week later. The shockwave is hitting the people who thought they were safe on the shore. On Monday, an aggressive email from Jenna's new lawyer landed. It accused me of financial abuse and threatened to contest the fraudulent transfer of the marital home. I forwarded it to my attorney. His response was a masterpiece of cold, legal prose. It informed her counsel that I was now under federal bankruptcy protection. It outlined the business's insolvency and the mountain of debt accrued, debt for which Jenna could be held partially liable. It ended with, "We trust your client is aware of the potential liabilities associated with marital debt in a bankruptcy proceeding." On Wednesday, Jenna's sister, Maya, showed up at the house. My brother David answered the door. "Maya, where's Leo? This is insane. Jenna is entitled to half of this house." "David, this is my house now, Maya, and you should be more concerned with your sister's liabilities than her assets." She stormed off, sputtering about cruelty. The best part came from a friend who texted me yesterday. Apparently, Zane spent 2 hours at a coffee shop, looking pale and searching on his laptop. The search term he saw over Zane's shoulder is an affair partner liable for marital debt. He thought he'd hit the jackpot. He didn't realize he'd hooked his wagon to a falling star. Jenna called me last night, crying. "Jenna, Leo, what have you done? My lawyer said I might owe money for your business, and Zane is freaking out. What did you do?" "Me? I did what you told me not to worry about, Jenna. I figured it out." I hung up. The entitlement is breathtaking. She believed she could walk away with all the benefits and none of the responsibility. Update 2, 3 weeks later. Their tactics have turned dirty. First, a visit from Adult Protective Services. An anonymous complaint alleged I was financially exploiting my elderly father. It was a transparent, disgusting ploy. My father, sharp as ever, quickly set the record straight, and the case was closed, but the attempt to use him as a pawn left me shaking with rage. Then came the meeting of creditors last Thursday. I was there with my lawyer. Jenna was required to attend with hers. Zane was, unsurprisingly, absent. The trustee, a no-nonsense woman, laid everything out. She went through the business loans and lines of credit. Then she got the credit card statements for the card Jenna used. Trustee, Miss is my last name. I have statements here showing charges over the last 12 months totaling over $80,000. These include luxury spa stays, boutique shopping, and significant cash advances. Since these debts were accrued during the marriage for non-essential spending, creditors may seek repayment from you. The color drained from Jenna's face. She had spent us into oblivion while I was working 80-hour weeks. She didn't just fail to help, she actively dug the hole deeper. I didn't look at her. I just looked at the table. That evening, I saw Zane's social media had been scrubbed. All photos of Jenna were gone. His relationship status was blank. She didn't just lose the house, she lost her getaway driver. Final update, 6 months later. It's over. The final bankruptcy decree came through last month. The business is gone, and I've never felt lighter. The aftermath was predictable. Zane ghosted Jenna the moment he understood the scale of her debt. He wasn't interested in a partner. He was interested in a patron. Jenna's legal fight crumbled. Once her lawyer realized there was no money, he lost interest. The creditors came for her, and she had no choice but to declare bankruptcy herself. Her credit is shot. The house is safe. I'm renting a room for my brother, David. It's humbling, but it's peaceful. The weight of the pretense is gone. Jenna landed on her sister Maya's couch. From what I hear, the sympathy ran out after a month of Jenna's incessant complaining and refusal to find real work. She's now living with her mother and working part-time at a department store, one she used to drop thousands at. She has learned nothing. Her social media is a stream of vague posts about betrayal and hidden monsters. In her mind, I orchestrated this entire collapse to spite her. The idea that her own actions were the cause is something her brain cannot process. The satisfaction for me isn't in her failure. It's in the silence where the constant, grinding anxiety used to be. It's the simple pleasure of a quiet life after years of chaos. She thought she could have it all, the affair, the financial security, and the house as a golden parachute. My response was simple. I didn't fight her. I just let go of the rope and allowed her to experience the full, unmitigated gravity of her own choices. She didn't face a monster. She faced reality. And for someone like Jenna, that was far worse.